You're tapped into Japan Journal with Mal Adams, the internet's #1 weekly English-language online cybercast from Japan, streaming on GNN, a division of Totown Communications Company Limited, Japan.
Brothers and sisters, I want to talk to you about a song, no more than a song, a cry from the soul of our time. Stevie Wonder, a man who has long been a voice of conscience in America, has released a new song, a new anthem, entitled, "Can We Fix Our Nation's Broken Heart?" And I believe this question isn't just for those who still walk the streets of Detroit, New York, or Chicago. No, it's a question for us too, for those of us living abroad in places like Japan. It's for those of us who carry the weight of America in our hearts, even while our feet walk foreign soil. I've lived here for many years now, but the call of my country still beats strong in my chest. And Stevie's words hit deep because they remind us of something essential. Our nation is broken. We've seen it unravel piece by piece, the injustices, the divisions, the violence. America's heart aches with a weariness that only we, the people, can heal. And the time has come for us to act. Stevie says, "Can we fix it?" And I say, we must. But we can't do it by standing on the sidelines, my brothers and sisters. We can't heal America's wounds by watching from afar with folded arms. Those of us who have left the physical shores of America carry a unique responsibility, one that demands our active participation in this crucial moment. A call to action. The vote of expatriates is what I'm talking about here. And if you're an American living abroad like me, you have a voice that can still be heard in the halls of power. And right now, that choice is needed more than ever. We are standing at a critical crossroads in the history of our country. Kamala Harris represents hope, unity, and the promise of justice. Her leadership is exactly what we need to be stitching together the ton of fabric of our nation. But Kamala Harris cannot do it alone. The broken heart of America needs all of us, especially those of us who have stepped beyond its borders. Your vote, your voice, your action can be the medicine our country so desperately needs. So how can we fix it? There are practical steps for change that we must take. Stevie's song isn't just a lament. It's a call to rise up. And so how do we answer that call? Well, number one, we become a volunteer for Democrats abroad. One of the most impactful ways you can contribute to the election is by volunteering for Democrats abroad. Whether it's helping other expats register to vote, organizing virtual events, or even phone banking to remind folks that their vote matters. Your efforts will ripple across the world, reaching back to the heart of America. Number two is to host virtual Get Out the Vote events. Technology connects us across oceans, and you can host online gatherings where fellow expatriates come together to discuss the importance of this election and how they can get involved. These gatherings are more than social. They're a way to inspire action, share ideas, and ensure everyone understands the stakes. The third thing I'd like for you to do is engage in local volunteer networks. Many expats in Japan, particularly, have set up their own community groups. Join or create a local chapter focused on voter education and engagement. Even if you're not directly involved in politics, spreading the word to fellow Americans in your city, whether through word of mouth, social media, or local meetups, can make all the difference. Use your art, your talents, and your voice. Maybe you're a musician, a writer, a teacher, or an artist. Use your talents to spread the message of hope. I'm doing that right now, trying to spread hope, unity, and change through my expertise in the media. Stevie Wonder used his music to ask us if we can fix our nation's heart. What can you create that reminds people of the love, justice, and democracy worth fighting for? Mentor the next generation. Inspire young Americans, both in the States and abroad here in Japan. A lot of young people that I don't even know. I've been here 50 years, and man, I got young folks who know me, but I don't know them. Been here 20, 25 years. So you got to inspire young Americans, both in the States and abroad, to participate in this critical election. Help them understand the power of their vote. What is it, Generation X, whatever, the millennials, the Generation Z, whatever. Help them understand the power of the vote in this crucial time, the weight of their choices, and the hope that comes from collective action. Let me talk a little bit about the philosophy of healing. And I was inspired listening to Stevie's song. You know, he's a deep brother, and his lyrics land heavy on the heart at sometimes. But healing a broken heart, be it of a person or a nation, it requires more than words. It requires faith, vision, and most importantly, action. Philosopher Martin Buber once said that all real living is meeting. I believe this means that life in its fullest form is about connection, about reaching out to one another in love, in solidarity, in hope. Stevie's song reminds us that love and connection are what America needs now. If we feel the pain of that broken heart, then we must answer with healing hands. We must meet each other in the work of rebuilding, restoring, and renewing the values that we hold dear: freedom, justice, equality. So as Brother Malcolm Adams, a longtime resident here in Japan, I tell you this: even though we may be miles away, our love for America runs deeper than any ocean. And love, true love, isn't passive. Love demands action. It demands that we use our privilege, our position, and our power to make things right. So this election is about more than politics. It's about the soul of a nation that needs all of us to tend to it, to protect it, and to heal it. Let us be the change. So I ask you today, can we fix our nation's broken heart? Can we? The answer, of course, is yes. But we must act. We must vote. And we must volunteer. We must lift each other up across borders and boundaries and show America that no matter where we are in the world, we will fight for her soul. And as Kamala Harris says, when we fight, we win. Let's win together, shall we? All right. Thank you very much. So, Kamala Harris is the leader who can bring us together, closer to that healed nation, but she needs us. And we need each other. Let's answer Stevie's call. Let's heal America's heart together in solidarity. I'm yours truly, Brother Malcolm Adams in Japan. Thank you very much.
You're tapped into Japan Journal with Mal Adams, the internet's #1 weekly English language online cybercast from Japan, streaming on GNN, a division of Totown Communications Company Limited, Japan.